Okay, guys. Meanwhile, till people join, we'll just start. Okay, guys. The reason why I thought of conducting this particular webinar is because um, I wanted to connect with all the job people who are there in jobs group. I wanted to connect with all of them. In fact, whoever is actually really interested, that is the better way to put. I wanted to have a discussion with them to understand what actually are their queries and their concerns, because people have been texting me. People have been texting me with specific queries, specific concerns, and we then generally get back to the people. I try to resolve the queries. So instead of doing that, I thought of let's communicate with the entire team, have a discussion with them, understand what are the exact challenges that the team is facing at ground level, and try to come up with some solutions to that. So that is the whole aim, and that is the whole reason why I initiated this particular meeting. Okay, so be there, people. It's going to be very fruitful. In fact, while taking registrations, I have taken a few questions. Okay, I have taken a few questions from the people. The questions were actual challenges that they are facing from the job search. What experience have they faced? So whoever are there in the meeting, I have noted those questions down. I will be discussing those questions as well. At the same time, if in case you also have your experience, you also have any specific query which is bothering you, then raise it. I wanted this to be as a meeting and a webinar so that you also can raise your points. You also can raise the suggestions, people. Okay. And the reason why I did is, you remember I conducted one webinar on a YouTube channel related to meetings. In fact, that is what gave me idea to conduct this particular session as a meeting, so that you also get an idea about what meetings are. The people who are freshers, they also get an idea about what webinar meetings are, how do they approach. It will also give them a feel of like something is going on, some video conference, and that would help them further in getting selected or in getting interviewed. Okay, and we will be doing this as fortnightly. Maybe today we did, then we will leave tomorrow, or next week, following week we'll leave, then after that we will do it. So we would like to have some traction there, people. Okay, so I'm assuming, people, that you have all brought in some books with you to take down some notes, and at the same time I'm also assuming that you are well prepared, guys, because preparing yourself before going in a meeting is very important, so that you can actually raise your questions. Just being mute spectator, it's not going to help. Okay, so let's start, people. I have collated some of the questions. We would just go through those questions, and if your question gets answered, then it's fine, or else you can again raise your query, people. Okay, so first question that the person has raised while registering the request is that he has said that I am not getting interview calls. I have updated my resume 6 months back in Naukri portal. Okay, this is what he said, people. He updated his resume 6 months back in Naukri portal, and he is not getting calls. This is a general query. And many people have this particular query, and people, they do not get calls. My input here is that register your resume, register your details into 5 portals. Okay, namely, there are few portals which have really taken up the grip and who has really done something good. They have really proved that they can place people. Okay, I will name those portals. Vasitum is one of the sites which have really done good. Indeed has done good. PlacementIndia has done good. Monster and Shine. These 5, along with timesjob.com. These 6, register your resume in all the 6 portals. Okay, we will do what we are doing in our jobs group. We will keep continue doing that. We will bring all the posts from here and there. We will collate all the posts that we get from various channels, and we will keep you posted about that. But at the same time, as we know that jobs are less and people who are exploring for jobs are many, we also have to multiply your efforts. So these 5 names, I will be pasting these details once the webinar is completed as well. So these 5 names, go ahead and update your resume. In all these 5 portals, people. Don't miss that. And updating is not the only thing. You have to ensure that your resume is complete. Your resume is perfect, and the picture which is there, the profile picture which is there in your resume in all these job portals, it is very formal. It is very decent. Keep doing this and keep refreshing your resume. How to refresh? It's a common thing, people. These portals are charging you for that, but there is a hack wherein you can automatically refresh your resumes. And how you do that is keep updating, keep adding few things to your resume. Let it not be the major one. However, keep visiting your resume and say write one particular update, one skill set, or update location preference, or update something there. That is how your resume would also always be refreshed. That is how your resume will keep getting refreshed, and people will call you. That is how it happens. And use Word format. My personal experience is that I have my resume updated long back. I did it, and whenever I update something, I start getting calls. And I have used Word format, the MS Word format. That is what I have used. It gets tracked better in ATS, applicant tracking system, right? That ATS for this particular format gets tracked there better. So try to use that particular format. PDF is also fine, but my personal experience is very good with Word formatting. So this is one thing, people. Okay. And another, now, what was the second question? Second question was there are no campus interviews. There are no campus interviews. Okay, we would take the questions. Drumen. Okay, we would take the questions, but we'll just go. You can we'll just rush through these questions to start with, and you can contribute some questions in the comment sections as well. So, no campus interviews. Someone has has message stating that they do not have campus interviews at their place, and how do they get the jobs, and what will happen. So, guys, many companies, many MNCs, that was the past wherein they used to approach all the campuses. They used to do bulk hiring. They used to hire people in thousand numbers. I have seen it myself. They used to hire people in big numbers, and then they used to place it. But now the things have changed, people. Now the things have really changed. Many MNCs has come up with particular platforms which they have designed specifically to hire people off campus interviews, off campus freshers from any of the locations. For example, TCS has come up with NQT, that is what they call it. Then Infosys is they have some platform known as INFY. Then Hackwith INFY. HCL also has something like that. I would paste details to you while posting this particular webinar or in a WhatsApp group. Don't worry about that. So be on top of this. Whenever a registration comes for registering these particular webinars, go ahead for it. And this is not it, people. This current situation, right? This current situation has changed things in such a manner that the fresher requirements which are raised by this particular MNCs, maybe Genpact as well or SCL as well, they are raising these fresher requirements as well in the job portals, as well as their career pages. So it is no longer that all the people who gets hired only gets hired from campus interviews or tier 1 colleges. That used to be the case. That is still the case, but it has been all completely already taken over by other factors as well. Okay, third question was, okay, one more important thing, people. Few companies, few websites has come up wherein they conduct different programs, different hackathons. You have to see if in case there is any hackathon which is related to your particular skill set, which is related to your particular expertise. If in case you find that there is anything which is related to you, go ahead and apply for this hackathon. Nominate yourself and be a part of this particular hackathon. If in case you clear that, you would get an opportunity. You will get an opportunity to go ahead and appear for one of the interviews of that particular company, or you will directly get interview round criteria for that is one of the criteria for an interview. So go ahead and ensure that you go ahead and try to see these particular webinars as well. Hacker Rank is one, then Hacker Earth is one, then Tech Geek is one. These are a few websites who have collaborated with different organizations, and they are providing the opportunities, people. Okay, this is another important point. Then how can I get people to refer me for jobs? So we all know how referral works, people. It really works good, and we have to see. Let's make notes of it if required. Make notes of it. I will be pasting details, but still make note of it, because whenever you are engaged in something and whenever you are making notes of it, you feel engaged, and that is how actually the meeting is supposed to be. Whenever you appear for a meeting, ensure that you carry a notepad with you, or pen with you, or a digital device with you, so that you track and note all the points. Okay. So how can people refer me? This was another query that was raised. There's one of the easiest way is that have connected with your seniors who have already passed out from your colleges. Be connected with these people. Whenever you are looking for a job, share your resume with the people, with the seniors, with your placement officers. They will have some contacts. Your friends, go ahead, share your resumes with these people and ask them to refer you. That is one thing. Second important thing, people, is that LinkedIn has really worked good. It has been an observation that recently all the platforms, all the professionals who are there, whatever they are working with, seniors, juniors, recruiters, technical field, everything, they have all come in this particular platform. And that is the reason why this platform is really working good. You have to do one simple thing. You have to create your profile, LinkedIn profile, in such a manner that people get attracted towards it. People get attracted towards it, and then the opportunity for you would directly be created. And after creating that, after making some posts, then approach those people out there who are in different organizations who can help you in getting job, and approach it in such a manner that they accept your request or something like that. And that is one of the ways how you can get referred. Okay, I have myself had made some pointers, written some pointers, so that I do not miss any. Okay, these questions and all. So okay, another person was like, LinkedIn requests are not getting responded. Like, this is one of the basic issues. I have seen, right, people who have registered themselves for this particular webinar. I have asked them to share their LinkedIn links. So they have shared their LinkedIn links with me. उन लोग ने पूरे LinkedIn links भी share किए. And now the thing is, when I was actually going through their LinkedIn profiles, I realized that the profile, the LinkedIn profile, is not updated for many people. People have just created the profile and they have not at all updated it. And if these people just send random requests to other people, the send connection requests, there are high possibilities and high chances of their requests getting rejected. And there are two people who have registered for the webinar and have not even created the LinkedIn profile. So having a LinkedIn profile at this point of time is a mandate, because all professionals, whatever they are there on this particular platform, and this platform would work wonders if utilized in a better manner, in a proper manner. Okay, so create particular good resume, good profile on LinkedIn. After doing that, uh, just keep liking the post of other people who can actually provide you the job. Then keep commenting on their post. Then write and request to saying them that you would like to be connected so that you can learn few things from them, and we are really impressed with something like that. People, I just want to be your connection is not the way how it is supposed to be. So try to be somewhat innovative and write it to them, and that is how the people will start accepting your request. It's another thing is that that person has written, I have a gap, please suggest. Okay, I have a gap, please suggest. So it depends how much gap do you have. So if the gap is less, if the gap is less, then it's okay. For example, if you have worked for 5 to 6 years or 7 to 8 years, and then you have taken a gap of 1.5 or 2 years, then it's okay. You can be very genuine while talking with an interviewer. You can be very genuine. You can tell them that this is the gap, this were the issues that I was struggling through, and be genuine with them, people. The more you are genuine, the better you can speak, and better the way how recruiter will feel connected or the manager will feel connected with you. So if there is a personal reason, go ahead and share with them that these were the issues, and don't detail. If you want to detail, do not go that much detail while discussing with them, but give them the sight about what was happening. So everyone has personal challenges, everyone has personal background, and that is taken into consideration if you have a long experience and there is a gap of 1.5 years. But the challenge is that there are a few people who has completed their education, and due to xyz reasons they were not selected. Okay, they were not selected, or they were not selected and they have a good long gap. So here the challenge comes. So now when I currently see that people are hiring freshers for like 2018, also they are considering it as freshers, taking the current situation into consideration, 18, 19, 20, 21. So till these 4 years you can act as fresher. Okay, but if you have completed your education beyond this, then that turns out to be a problem, then that turns out to be a challenge. So what you need to do is you have to justify your gap in your resume. For example, maybe you were going through some trainings, or if not trainings, try to do some projects. Say that you have done this particular projects. Try to make things happen. कुछ ऐसा करो जिससे recruiter को लगे कि okay, this person was really not sitting. There were some things which were going on. And अगर gap इससे ज़्यादा हो जाता है, then you have to definitely add some experience in your resume. How you can add that? Maybe you can say that you have done internships, or maybe you can work with a company and you can get some projects done. Add some experience, people, if you can, about the projects which you have done or something, and make it look like an experience. For example, there are many people who do projects on their own, and if you write that experience of working on these particular projects, at least your resume would go to a recruiter, that rather than having no experience. If you claim some experience, and then while having a discussion with them, it is the way how you talk and how you impress them. So these things do happen, people. If you have a short gap, it's fine, be genuine, tell them that whatever it is. If you have a long gap, see if you can add some experience in your resume, some projects in your resume, some internships in your resume, and claim that as an experience. Claim that as an experience. And when the person calls you, just impress them about whatever it is and communicate with them in such a manner that you get a priority. So that should be one thing. Okay. Then some person was saying that he want to switch profile from one domain to HR profile, and he has already worked for 5 to 6 years in his last profile. So this is important point, people. I want you all to make a note of it, how it actually works. What happens is that suppose you have 4 or 5 years of experience in one particular profile, and if then you decide to switch from one particular profile to another profile, there is a challenge. There is a challenge because you are still a fresher for the new profile, for the new role, for the new area which you are trying to get in. You are still a fresher for that. For example, if you have worked on a particular skill set in BPS domain or something like that, and then you want to switch into HR, you are still a fresher for HR. And if I want to hire a fresher HR, I would actually go ahead for a fresher who has just passed out. So that is the challenge, people. So there is a way of doing it. Do not leave your last job and then explore this. Do not do that particular thing. Keep working in your last job. If you can add some flavors to your resume of the role that you want to get in, see if you could do that in your last company itself. And once you get those flavors, like if I want to be an HR, if I want to be an HR, I would say that in my particular project, I was taking care of staffing. I was taking care of staffing, wherein we were working with recruiters and we were coordinating to get the numbers fulfilled in a project. So once you get this flavor in your resume, you can blend your resume into this particular kind of experience, and that is how you can switch from that role to another role. So that is more, again, the more important thing, people. Okay. So these few points which I wanted to consider or wanted to discuss. And again, the people, okay, I miss one important thing. We have been, so these are the challenges, people. We have also tried to come up with some solutions. So, okay, after pandemic, all HR focus only on recruiting experienced candidate, but we freshers get experience without doing jobs. Okay, Dhrumin has written this particular question. Okay, see, Dhrumin, it's not that actually. Different requirements, different requirements happens for different level of experience. If I want someone to be a fresher in my team, that person would be really junior, and I would not be billing my clients for that particular role. So freshers are different, experience are different. The person, if the requirement is for fresher, a person will have to be hired as a fresher. If the requirement is for a senior profile, a person will have to be a senior. The only thing that you have to do is, as we just discussed in while answering one of the questions, we have to explore more options. For example, yesterday itself, we have posted a few requirements about for freshers as well, wherein some people are working. In fact, Srijit is one of the managers who is there in our WhatsApp group. He has been working with his recruitment team, and he is looking for freshers as well as experience, and there are like 4 to 5 skill sets on which he is working. So the requirements would be there. Freshers will have to be hired for fresher role. Seniors would have to hire for seniors role. Okay. So now, people, how we are trying to fix? Okay, we are trying to make this particular platform a really good platform. So people, point number one, People who are not getting calls from a long time, I will share a registration link with them. You highlight your skill set. If you are really worried and if you are really serious about it, you highlight your skill set about what exactly your skill set is, what exactly your experience is. We will roll this out to the groups that we have, and if in case anything comes for that particular skill set, we would just try to prioritize it. Okay, the more keen you are, the more we see that okay, you are interested in particular, because we have like if we have three groups currently, we have three groups, and if like 400 500 people are there in those particular groups, and all are not interested, only few of the people are interested, then the people who is actually interested would get the benefit of that. So I will be sharing the link. I will be sharing the link, and those people who are really struggling, who are not getting requirements, not getting calls, update their skill sets. We will try to prioritize that thing. Okay, we will try to do that particular thing. So another thing is that mm, resume people update their resume, but resumes are not getting tracked. Resumes are not getting tracked because the automation is being used nowadays. People do not manually sit and check each and every resume in Naukri portal or job portals. So there is an automation, they call it as application tracking system. Okay, I would conduct one webinar. I would conduct one webinar about how to make a resume which get captured, how to make a resume which would be tracked by this application tracking system, and then you rework on your resume. You rework on your resume and update this particular resume and keep it there for a few weeks, and then see whether you feel any difference. And difference would be there because this resume really gets tracked. There is a way of writing it. I would conduct a webinar for that, and it's going to be completely free. The thing is that we were trying to hire some professionals to see that whether these people can actually create ATS resumes, but we didn't do it. I myself was somewhat busy. Then people writing in, people kept testing me that, can I please again look at the resume and help them getting it in ATS format. But it was like it was time consuming. It is time consuming, but at the same time we are still trying to see if there is some people who can actually do it in professional way. If I get time, I myself will do it, but I generally do not have that much time. So those people will be charging it a bit. We would keep it very reasonable. I'm discussing with them 200 or something like that, but that would be a point too. You will have to go through the webinar that I conduct, accordingly just frame and design your resume, and that would be really good. That would serve the need people. Point number two. So two queries have been resolved, right? People not getting calls, update, go to that particular webinar, do it. And another thing is that highlight your skill set if you are not getting calls. That is another thing. And LinkedIn people. Now we spoke about this LinkedIn. Another thing is that we have already conducted webinars. The people who are really interested, because LinkedIn is a platform wherein one of the group mates that we have, he was there was a phase wherein he was having 2 to 3 jobs, 3 to 4 jobs in fact, and all 4 jobs were LinkedIn. And how he did was, he made his profile interactive. He created a brand on particular LinkedIn. He interacted with different people. You all have to do that, people. How to do that? Again, we have conducted a webinar. The importance of the YouTube channel that we are running and the details updated there by the professionals is very important. You have to go there and apply those learnings, because we'll keep posting jobs. That's not an issue. If 10 jobs are posting and 100 applicants are applying, the chances of getting jobs to only 10 people would be there for 100. So whoever is better prepared would get the cherry. It's very simple. So ये जो भी अपन डिस्कस कर रहे हैं, ये सबको जस्ट हैव अ लुक एट दैट. जो भी डिस्कस कर रहे हैं, वो वेबिनार्स जो है जस्ट अप्लाई. वीकेंड्स में वी वुड ट्राई टू प्रायोरिटाइज वेबिनार्स थिंग. वीकडेज में वी वुड लाइक शेयर ऑल द रिक्वायरमेंट शेयर करते जाएंगे, अप्लाई करते जाओ. कवर लेटर, मेक द कवर लेटर बना के अच्छे से अप्लाई करो. रेज्यूमे को अपडेट योर रेज्यूमे एज योर नेम फॉलोड बाय द स्किल सेट. कीप डूइंग दैट. एंड वीकेंड्स में keep upgrading yourself by learning all these things and apply using all these things. और weekdays में अगर time है, if you are only exploring job and currently not doing anything, then weekends में भी ये करो. Invest some time on yourself, and वहाँ पर जब when you will realize that things would like really be very good, it would be different. Okay, so वो webinar भी I will paste it there. Serious people can just have a look in that. Okay. People, so this is what I wanted to cover. I will not stretch it. It's a half an hour. Just wanted to have a cool connect. We will catch up with similar kind of connects down the line as well, so that if there is any query, it gets resolved. Meanwhile, if any one of you, if you want to talk about something, if you want to share your experience, if you have any query, if you have any concern, please feel free to raise people. I could see that there are few people who are there, and feel free to raise if there is any specific question, because what happens is that people, there are questions in our mind, but if we do not raise, they doesn't get resolved. For example, in one of such webinars, okay, there was a person having 15 years of experience, and we were having a discussion. While having a discussion, he told me that his resume, he has like 15 years of experience, and someone said him that resume cannot be like of 2 to 3 pages, so he reduced his 5 years into 1 page. So that was the big mistake that he did. Resume, if you have 15 years of experience, cannot sum it up in 1 page. So he asked that question, and that is how he got that query resolved. Another thing was, he raised another question, people. It will help you as well. He said that whenever in an interview, whenever I approach in an interview, the people, whenever they talk about, whenever they ask me to say about something about myself, then this gentleman was covering like entire thing in that "tell me something about yourself" phase. Tell me something about yourself. This question should be a short answer. It would not talk about your entire experience, your entire details. It should be a short answer which talks about, if you are a fresher, talks about your college, somewhat about your project or any short achievement, your some family background. That's it. If you are experienced, it should talk about when did you complete your education, what is your highest qualification, and since when are you working, since when are you working, and what all your expertise are in your professional life. That's it. So that person was like talking for 5 to 6 minutes on that topic itself, and that was really bad. That was not the right way to do. So he asked this question, and we resolved. I told him that, and within like 1 or 2 months, that person got a job. He got placed. He again was a manager. He got some bigger role, and he got placed. So these are few things, people. Until you actually ask, until you actually try to resolve them, this won't get resolved. Okay, and things will happen, people. There was one person, okay, I will tell you about the efforts that people have been putting in. The people who are genuine will definitely get selected. Just looking at jobs and applying and sending resumes, there is not the way to do. That is one key stuff. But whenever you put some time on your self growth, it works really good. So there was another person. She was a fresher. She was a fresher. She is also there in a jobs group or something like that. This person was so sincere, that what she did, she recorded her introduction. She recorded her introduction, and recorded that introduction. And first she said me whether I can continue conduct a mock interview with her. That is what she said. And I said that okay. It was like I was really busy in that point of time in some of the stuff. So she recorded her video as an interview about her introductory part, and that she shared that video to me, stating that please check this particular thing. So that is the amount of effort that you also can put in people, and that person also got selected very easily. So things happen, people. Things happen, and things happen, and things will definitely happen. So you have to put in that extra effort. So Gitanjali is saying something. Can you share any of the openings, be in CEC 2009 in any groups? Please tell me, sir. Okay. This Gitanjali, ECE is what exactly ECE is ECE.
Electronic and Communication Engineering.
Okay. Gitanjali, we have shared actually, but we would still keep an eye on that. I do remember. When did you join the group, Gitanjali?
Sir, recently have joined, sir.
Let me see if there are any openings which are still open. I would just do a random search. If there is anything which is still open, let me make a note of it. ECE, right? Electronics and
Yes.
Communications Engineering. Communications Engineering. Okay. 2019 pass out.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Reference location? Location?
Bangalore.
Okay. Bangalore में आते रहते requirements. Let's see.
Um,
And 2019 is being considered still as a fresher by many companies. So we will see if something happens. Naresh is saying that कि मैं 2018 का है, but I completed my batch. My pass out batch is 2018, but I completed my batch in 2019. Sir, my batch is, but I completed my batch in 2019. In resume, what should I keep in resume? 2019 in the sense, Naresh, 2019 you what's written in your what we say in your final results that you get, the report card that you get, the year of passing would be written on that, right? That should be going in your resume. That is how it works. Just check out the report card, the year of passing, that year of passing would be there in your resume. So that is how it is. Okay, team. So anything else? There are a few people. Anything else? Or we will wrap it up, people. We will try to conduct this type of sessions on fortnightly basis, once in or twice in a month, and we would see how do things go. Okay, I would share the links with you. I would share the. They treat me fresher. Naresh, till the time you do not have experience, these people will treat a person as a fresher. But if in case you add some resume, some experience to your resume, maybe internship as well. Even if you add some experience as an internship, you can claim it as a experience, and that also gets counted as an experience by some of the colleges, by some of the companies. So if you have done some internships, claim experience for that, and while having a word with the people, say that you already have done this internship and this is your experience, and you would help, that would help you in getting some upper hand, some better designation or a better package. So that happens if there is no resume, no experience, and then you would still be considered as a fresher. That is how it happens. So hope people you will make use of this particular webinar. Poonam is saying, sir, just like we post on LinkedIn to get jobs and calls, we try, can we try Instagram if we can do any chances to get calls? That's, LinkedIn is a platform wherein professionals are there. Okay. Okay. Let us do one more thing, people. All those who are there in our group who are really interested can share with me, once this call is completed, they can share with me the skill set, the details. And if they are interested to share these details on LinkedIn, as if you are a job seeker and looking for this particular job, share it with me. I would post it from my ID as well. And once that is done, you have to do one simple thing. Okay, Poonam, so Instagram mein, it won't happen because Instagram is not used the way LinkedIn is used. LinkedIn mein professionals hai, LinkedIn mein there is a way how you can build your brand, or LinkedIn mein it's a different way how it works. Instagram is like you will get mixed people out there. So how would you direct yourself to them? And LinkedIn mein aisa hota hai कि once you share your resume, your profile is shared with the people, then you can actually tag in the people whoever you want by using those at the rate signature. You can add those names, and whoever name is added, your resume, that particular post already gets reflected to them. So we will do one particular thing. If anyone is really interested, send me their details, text me their details. I would share their resume stating that you are looking for a particular job, and if in case there is anyone who can help you, they can help you out with that. And you have to, in the comment section, you have to do some research about who actually are the people who can help you in getting jobs. Just write their names, write their IDs, write those company names in the comment section. And by doing that, the post which I would be sharing, by reaching the contacts which are there in my contact list, it would also reach the people whom you are tagging in the comment section. So how about that, people? How about that, Poonam? Would that be helpful? सही है. Okay, so the people who are really interested, let's करते हैं लोग. We will do it. कुछ ना कुछ करते हैं and things would work. Another thing is वो webinars का जो है, YouTube वाले webinars, invest some time on that, because actually अगर आप efforts नहीं डालोगे तो ultimately खाली job नहीं मिल रहे यहाँ पर ही गाड़ी अटक जाएंगी. तो वहाँ पर थोड़े extra efforts डालते रहो और उसके बाद में जो है वो difference होगा वहाँ पर. So ठीक है, people. We will wrap it. I would share the minutes. I wanted this to be somewhat interactive so that you too get a feel about what the meeting is all about. वो last में actually I conducted a meeting related to webinar and posted in the YouTube channel. And वहाँ से I got this idea to conduct it like a meeting. But anyways, there is no face-to-face interaction. But comments may be here. That is also fine with me. But if in case you start interacting with people, if you start interacting with people, it would help you in many ways. It would help you in many ways. So let's do it. Let's schedule this again, and we'll see people. I will share the minutes. I will share the minutes. Use make maximum out of it, and let's see how it works. And keep updated with me. Be in touch with me. We would see what best can be done. Thank you, team. Anything else that anyone wants to add? Okay, people. Chalo, thank you so much. Thanks for the time. Take care and all the